Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, sometimes you just got to think like the end user to solve it. Police told me your cable is messing with airplanes, 911, and prevents nuclear attack warnings. I want a discount. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Sometimes you just got to think like the end user to solve it. /u/ByteWave, Senior Line, ByteWave, send me your ticket. Confused Frontline Tech, CFT sent. I have a customer who says fast forward is broken on his PVR, it just freezes everything when he tries to use it. Everything else is working fine, as long as he doesn't try to fast forward or rewind what he recorded. Well, that's a new one. No known bugs, nothing obvious. I check up the box with our diagram tools, everything is fine. Customer is pretty old though. /u/ByteWave, and this happens every time, constantly and reproducibly, according to your customer? CFT, yes, we tried it on several recordings, always the same thing. I had him try it on live channels going backwards in the cache, same deal. I don't see anything wrong with the box. /u/ByteWave, yeah, that's because there's nothing wrong with this box, the HDD tests are all green, and there's not much else that could go wrong and cause what you're describing. CFT, so can I send him a road tech to look at replacing the box? /u/ByteWave, not just quite yet. Bring your wireless headset upstairs to Senior's lab. Just taking a guess. We have lots of problems with our cable boxes, but they always affect a lot of people. A new bug when there hasn't been a fresh release and the hardware analytics are fine? Usually the user. The frontline guy gets to our lab. /u/ByteWave, ask him to fast forward and describe exactly what he's doing. CFT, he says he's pressing it again and again, but it's just freezing, not fast forwarding. Again and again? The fast forward and rewinds are toggles meant to change the speed. /u/ByteWave, okay. Tell him to press the fast forward button only once. CFT, but /u/ByteWave, just go ahead. CFT, hey. He says it's working, what the hell, he puts him on hold. I hand him the remote. /u/ByteWave, it's not a hard one to crack, but I'd like you to figure it out yourself. Think like a end user. CFT hesitates, he slowly presses fast forward a few times, getting normal results. His fast forward just speeds up, nothing unusual. /u/ByteWave, remember he said he pressed it again and again. Do you think he meant he was waiting 2 seconds between each key press and looking carefully at the speed multipliers on screen? CFT gets it. He begins mashing the fast forward button frantically, and the box freezes something fierce. It can't handle this much. His jaw drops. /u/ByteWave, hey, I didn't know what it was at first either. Lesson number 1 here? When a problem isn't obvious and absolutely unique, think and behave like the user, you may figure out what he's doing wrong. Lesson number 2, our hardware is *****. Keep in mind it can break if you look at it the wrong way. CFT, wow. You know I called your line twice, the other guy said it had to be an HDD issue. /u/ByteWave, and I could have too. The hardest part of our job is often figuring out the end user's behavior. Sometimes it's all trial and error. Here the error is that your guy is mashing the button like a maniac on coke. The frontline tech was very happy and explained to the customer how the fast forward actually works, and it was all solved. The interesting part wasn't the resolution of the non-issue though, it was one of the most important lessons we can teach if the tools are telling you everything is fine. Always assume that the most likely explanation for a truly unique issue is a share screen interface problem. All of ByteWave's tales on TFTS. Police told me your cable is messing with airplanes, 911, and prevents nuclear attack warnings. I want a discount. Another one from my early days manning the front line. RF signal leakage is taken pretty seriously, both by my ISP and the federal regulations on the matter. For the uninitiated, a leaking cable can to some extent interfere with several over-the-air emergency channels, air traffic control, and such. There's currently no emergency alert system in Canada besides in Alberta, but nobody apparently told local police. We've had none since the demise of NAWSS in the late 80s, and a private company, Pelmorex, has been billing taxpayers heavily to slowly put one back together for years. Anyhow, the OTA RF frequency reserved for it could theoretically be affected if they had something to broadcast there, and therefore it's a big deal. The critical services that we're bound by law to care about are all low band. We regularly monitor everywhere we can for signal leakage, and when any is detected, our technicians knocks on the door every day, call us back urgently doorknob warnings. Then the customer starts getting robocalls, and even legal papers explaining they need to let one of our techs fix it or else, but once in a while someone will ignore all that, or is just not around to let us fix the leak, typically just an unplugged coax without a cap. That's when we're legally bound to send the cops. /u/ByteWave, welcome to technical support, my name is ByteWave, how may I help you? Paranoid Chia Pass Recluse, PCR, I have police at the door who told me because of you I'm interfering with airplanes and nuclear attack warnings. I'm very angry, nobody told me about this. You're going to pay me through the nose for this. Okay, that's going to be a fun call. I checked the account he's calling from. 6 RF leakage tech visits, countless warnings, sent to legal a week ago. He never answered the door or the phone. /u/ByteWave, data does show that there is significant radio frequency leakage coming out of your home, sir, and that can indeed interfere with certain emergency services over the air. We've sent technicians and letters to explain the situation, it's easy to fix and free. I'm hearing loud banging in the background. PCR, no, I was not told about this properly, it's your fault. I don't want anyone in here. Now they want to come inside, and they got papers, and it's all on you. /u/ByteWave, sir, if police are there to look into the matter, I'd suggest opening the door. According to what I see here, they should be with one of our trained technicians who can easily fix the issue. I was likely lying given it was a subcontractor, not a trained technician. But hey, this is the easiest thing in the book to fix once you found the source. Very hard to mess up. PCR. If I let them in, how many months off do I get? /u/ByteWave, none. According to our records, we spent quite a bit of time and effort getting in touch with you about this, and we don't plan to charge you anything for the trouble. The police with papers, on the other hand, are generally not this lenient. The half-muted shouts and bangs become more insistent, and the customer drops off the phone. I stay on the line as I hear the angry cops finally getting inside, not sure if he opened the door or they broke in. I can see in his file he has only one TV, so it should be trivial to fix this. Unless it's not. No way to know if the file's accurate, all dark ages analog in there. Police are as gentle as usual and the screaming intensifies. Our trained technician picks up the phone and we introduce ourselves. /u/ByteWave, yeah, according to the files, there should be only one TV. Make sure there are no undocumented splitters, and it should be a piece of cake. I wait a bit longer. Suspiciously competent subcontractor, yeah, this place is full of undocumented crap. Poorly installed cheap splitters for undocumented ads. Some half-broken coax PlayStation TV adapter is leaking, plus 2 loose ends. Sounds like he can do his job, I'm vaguely impressed. In the background, the argument between PCR and police appears to be dying down, and they let him pick up the phone again. PCR, okay, I'm letting him fix this, see, I'm cooperating? But I'm still angry. I want a credit. I demand to speak to your manager. I roll my eyes and look to my nearest first-line colleague nearby. Mute button. /u/ByteWave, Gary, you on a call? I got a DSM, demand to speak to Mananger, on the line. You're angry, he cost us a little fortune by ignoring leakage warnings. Cops are at his place. Tell him I was wrong to say there'd be no charges, and that we will bill him for the trouble he made us go through till he backs down. Sent you the account. We're not actually allowed to bill for leakage-related issues, but nothing is as effective to get a guy wanting free money scared that he might have to pay some instead. I grab a coffee as my mate does his best angry manager impersonation. We don't do that anymore, but it was modus operandi 10 years ago to transfer customers around to others just to let them think they had a manager. Actual managers were happy not to take these calls. In this case, it worked out flawlessly. Gary, what an A-grade douchebag. He got the message, but I wish we could bill him for every tech we send out there. /u/Bitewave, we can't, but there's always the next best thing. The road tech said the place is full of undocumented splitters and TVs, and years since the last service call. I'll send the call down to recoverables, and I'll attach the tech's report. They'll drum up a nice bill. Gary, how the hell was he still getting signal with all these splitters? /u/Bitewave, beauty of analog. Can't wait till it just dies. And I'll still be waiting a while. We still have way too many analog customers, even more just pirating it. PCR didn't get a happy ending though. Though the leaks were plugged, recoverables managed to drum up a bill just over $1,000 for signal theft. He never paid it and later got cut off, unsurprisingly, but I wouldn't want his FICO score. All of Bitewave's tales on TFTS.